So we will start by, the setting up the HTML file first of all. So we'll say, if you have Emmet installed, you just !tab. That's it. So I don't in this tutorial I'm not looking for any responsive. I'm not. How do I put it? I am not interested in responsiveness. So it's just a simple drawing app. So let's just get started immediately. So we say, in the body we put canvas tab. We give you this. So in the body we say canvas dot canvas, or should I use ID? Let me use ID. Now we start by window dot adding an event listener to the window objects. Window dot add event listener. We are looking for the event of load. Again, please, we need to put defer here. So the defer means the HTML file will have to completely load before it executes the JavaScript file. So now we are looking for the load event. So what happens when the load event occurs? So that is what we are going to do next. Sorry. Oh my God. Okay. Now we first of all select the canvas element. Sorry. So now we first of all select the canvas element. We select it by saying const canvas. Const canvas is document dot query selector. Query selector. Then remember we use ID, so we are going to do a hashtag canvas. So first of all, let's see if we actually selected this, or let's see if the code is working. So let's console.log canvas. Yeah, canvas. So first of all, we use the inbuilt live server. So let's see if this thing is working at all. So we use the live server. Good. It's here. So let's forge ahead. The next thing we have to do is to get the context. So the context we say ctx. I think const ctx. Const ctx. Most people use ctx or use context or use C or something of that nature. Just use anything you're comfortable with, and you can remember easily. So ctx canvas dot get context, and we are looking for the 2D context. And the next thing we have to do is to be able to resize it. So resize. Now we say canvas dot height is window dot inner height. Yes. Sorry. And now we are going for the second one, the width. So I just press on my keyboard Ctrl D, then change this height to width. Then the inner height, I also change it to inner width. The next thing we'll do is to, of course, first of all, as you can see, as you're drawing, or as you are moving your mouse, or you click your mouse and move your mouse at the same time, you should be drawing. You understand? So we are looking for events, or mouse events, and in this case we are looking for 3 events specially. They are the mouse down event, the mouse move event, and the mouse up event. You understand? The mouse down event is when you press the left key, the left button on your mouse. So that one is, or it's called LMB. So when you press down the LMB mouse down, when you move it, when you move your mouse, whether you're clicking that button or not, it doesn't really matter. As far as the cursor on your screen moves, it's a mouse move. Then mouse up is if you have, clicked and held your mouse and you lift your finger, that is when the mouse up event occurs. So we are looking for these three events, and depending on what, we are looking for these three events, and depending on what events occurs, that is when the JavaScript or when a particular function will run. You understand? And okay, that's that. I've talked a lot. Let's move on. So let's call it events. Now, first of all, we say, okay, canvas. Sorry. What am I doing here? Okay, canvas. So canvas dot add event listener. We're looking for, okay, in this case, mouse down, MOU, mouse down. Okay, so it's comma separated. Start. So start is what we call it start. This is the name of the function we are going to create. So the other one will say mouse move. Good. So a mouse move, you should draw. Okay. Now the third one is mouse up. Sorry, mouse up. Then end. Okay. So on mouse down, we should start mouse move, we draw, mouse up, end. So these functions here, or let's say these things here, they are not in the JavaScript. Do not come with any function as this, so we have to define them ourselves. So that is what we are going to do next. First of all, okay, now we save it. The first one to start, the second one to check and act when we are drawing something, and the third one is to act, or that one is called when we are done drawing, or let's say we are done drawing a line. So the next thing we have to do is to first of all create a variable to store the current status. So what I mean by current status is if we are drawing or we are not drawing. Understand? So let's get it on. Drawing false. So we start by setting drawing to false because when we, for example, start the app, we are not drawing anything, and we have to actually press the button, click the mouse button and drag it to be able to draw. So the next thing we do is to define the draw function. So we say, function. Here is the definition of the draw function. So draw, or let's just copy it from here. Control V. So because we are looking for mouse events, we have to put E here. So the E stands for event. So inside it we say if, because we have to check if we are drawing or we are not drawing. Because what we are trying to do is, for you to see anything happen on your screen, you must first of all click your mouse, hold it, and drag it. So if you're just dragging your mouse without clicking or holding anything, nothing is going to happen. So that is what we are trying to do here. So we say if not drawing, Understand? So if not drawing, which means if drawing, or another way of saying it is if drawing is exactly false. So if not drawing, what do we do? It's simply the computer simply return, the browser simply return. That is, it means don't do anything. It doesn't do anything. It just stays there like that. And now the next thing we have to do is to put the line width. The line width property sets the width of the line in pixels. The default value is 1. So let's start with a hard-coded number. Okay. So I'll say ctx.line width. Yes. ctx.line width is let's use the hard-coded number of 15. Okay. Now we also do the line cap. Sorry. ctx.line cap. Good. We use round. The line cap, if you know a thing or two about Illustrator or Inkscape, I think even Photoshop. No, I don't know if Photoshop has that thing. I don't know. If any of you know, please let me know in the comments. So you understand this, what this line cap is all about. If you know how to use or a thing or two about those applications. So the next thing we do is the line to. So we also say ctx.line to. So the line to is this function or this method adds a new point and creates a line to that point from the last specified point in the canvas. Understand? So if your mouse was here and you move it to this place, it will create a point from here to this place. Understand? It will create a line from this point to this point. So this method doesn't actually draw the line. You understand? It doesn't draw the line. So we say, first of all, in this case, we are now trying to get this position, the position of the mouse, yes, the cursor on your screen. And to get those positions, we need the e.clientx and the e.clientY. Remember, the line to is not, we are not asking of 2.2 numbers here. We just, this e.clientx and e.clientY refers to just, I think it refers to just one number or 1 point, please. Good. It is what that's the word I'm looking for. It refers to 1 point. The e-axis, the y-axis, and the x-axis. So say e.clientx, yes. Then the other one is e.clientY. Sorry, oh my god. e.clientY. So remember, x is the vertical and y is the horizontal axis. So the next thing we have to do is the stroke, because we are looking for a line. We are drawing lines. We are using a line to draw whatever we want to, or let's say we are using lines to draw whatever we want to draw. So we are not going to use, I think, a path or something. Anyway, we have to use stroke. So let's say ctx.stroke is a function. So the stroke is the method that actually draws the line, the visible line you see. Now let's see ctx.move to, say e.clientx and clientY. Okay, now we now have okay, right now we have the draw function, but we don't have the start function. So we have to create or define that function right now. We'll say function start. Let's copy it from here, please. I'm a very slow typer. Function starts. Okay, so we say function starts. So what we are doing here is to set the drawing. We are setting the drawing to true. Drawing will be true. So this drawing will be true because in this case now we have clicked the mouse. So as soon as we click the mouse, the drawing becomes true. Understand? The drawing is set to true as soon as we click the mouse. First of all, we have to put the E here. So because we are looking for events from the mouse, so it is very important to put that E there. So as soon as we click the mouse, or there is a mouse down, the drawing is set to true. Then this one here will return this if not drawing will return false. You understand? So these other ones will be, these other functions will, or this other method will come into action. So let's see what we have. Oh, I see. I haven't you see, I have how do I say, this function here has not been defined. Therefore, we'll have to first of all comment it out. So let's see what we have. Okay, you see, so it's actually drawing something, but like now, you see, I am not, how do I put it, I'm not actually holding the mouse. I'm simply moving it and it's still drawing. Wait, let me refresh it. I haven't clicked anything, but once I click, it just continues. But normally I'm supposed to, once I lift my finger from the mouse, it's supposed to stop, but it's still drawing, as you can see. So we have to solve that problem now by defining the end function. So that is what we are going to do next. Set it back now. Okay, so function end. The function called end will happen when the mouse up event occurs. That is when you lift your finger. So what we do now, we set drawing back to false. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, excellent. But you see what? Okay, let me refresh it. I begin to draw. I lift up my finger. It stops drawing. Okay, but if I want to draw in another position, for example, this, you see the connection that that takes place. So we have to stop that by saying ctx dot begin path. So we are going to start another path. Excellent. So okay, so we are starting another path, which means here this is one path, and once we lift our finger and do another one, this is another path altogether. So they are not connected. Okay, now we have to change the color because the default color is black. So let's change it by saying ctx dot stroke style. CTS stroke style will be let's say red. You can use the usual CSS values, so they still work. Let's try blue. Excellent. So far so good. Now we have to add the options so that you'll be able to, how do I put it, you'll be able to increase the size of the pen, or you can also change the color of the drawing, the color of the stroke style. So that is what we're going to. So we go back to the HTML file. In the HTML file, we say options, we say options. I can't spell, sorry. Options. First of all, oh my god, what am I doing? So we create a div with a class name of options. So inside it we say label for pen size, and here we put color. Okay, so below it we type input with a ID of color picker, color picker, and we set the default value to black, and we put also below it we say label for, oh sorry, I made a mistake. This one is supposed to be here. Pen size is supposed to be sorry, cuts. Pen size is supposed to be here, and this what is it called? Label for color. Sorry, color picker. Okay. So lastly we put input. Oh wait, I made a mistake, please. I wasn't very observant. Okay, so we say label for color picker, so input type will be color. Understand? So label for pen size, the input will be okay, pen size. Now the type will not be text, instead it will be range. So now let's see what we have. Okay, as you can see, we are now able to choose colors here. So what we have to do is once we choose any color here, it will then affect whatever color this one will be. Okay, so first of all head over to the style. So style, we are doing minimal styling in this project, in this project. So you are free to style it anyhow you want. So style, since we are not doing anything much, so let's just do it in the HTML file. So say option, we select the options and say position absolute. So position absolute will take it out of the flow, and how do I put it? To take it out of the normal flow and put it at the top. Okay, so the next thing, we now have to use JavaScript to get these values. So these values will be able to affect whatever is happening on the canvas. So let's move over. Okay, here we're going to get the options. So first of all, we have to select those items, or those those elements we just created in the HTML file. Now we say const. Sorry guys, I'm outside and the rain is, I don't know, maybe you might hear the sound. So I'm not inside the house, I'm just somewhere outside, so it's raining here. So const, we'll go first of all for the color. Const color, to say document dot query selector color picker. First of all, let's just copy it from here so that we don't make a mistake. So we paste it. Remember, it's a string. Okay, now we go also for the I like to do it this way. Control D. We'll simply say pen size, pen size, then I will copy it from here. So let's first of all see if these things are working. So console.log color. Let's also do pen size. Inspect console. I had a mistake here. Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Schoolboy error. Okay. So it says this one says specify the okay. Well, let's see 000. It's still there. I don't know what is going on. So as you can see, we are selecting those two elements. So the next thing we have to do is to create. Here we are talking about the colors, and here we're talking about the size. Okay, so the color we will store it inside a variable we call hex, hexadecimal number. Then the other one we call it size. So let's create those variables first. Let's hex. So here we create the variable, but we don't use it. We use it later. Let's size. So the next thing we are going to do is to set an event listener, or listen to an event of input. So the input is, once you come here, you change any of this color, what occurs is an event called input. So the input will then change the value, and that value will determine which color we will be using. So is simple. So let's just do it right away. It says color dot add event listener. We are looking for, as I said before, input event. Sorry, comma. Now so we say hex will be color. So hex will be color dot value. Understand? So whenever that change event occurs, the hex will then take the value of the value of anything here, because they are all in hexadecimal. You see, all like these ones. You see? Yes, the hex. We are these things. These figures here become the value that we enter, or will be stored in this variable. Now, once we have gotten this, we then go down here, the stroke style, and change it to hex. So let's see if it's actually working. Excellent. So the next thing, yes, we are now going to deal with the size again, and here we are looking for the change. What's it called? The event listener of the event of change, because we are actually changing this thing. As you are pulling this thing this way or that way, we are changing the value. So let's move on. Pen size dot add event listener. We are looking for change. Okay, so once that change event occurs, we say size will be assigned to pen size.value. So value, not veil. Come on. Value. Now we have to change it here also. The line, we have to change the line width to size. size. Okay. So let's see if at all it's working. There's a problem. As you can see, as we change the size, or as we change the value of whatever is inside here, it doesn't affect the line width at all. So let me see what is going on. Schoolboy error. Let's see if at all is working. Excellent. So as you can see, it's very simple. What else I want you to do is to be able to click a button and save whatever you have drawn. You understand? You should be able to save it. Okay. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Like this video if you do. If you do not like the video, please okay, go ahead, do whatever you want to do, but please subscribe. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Ciao.